Hey everybody, Coach Abel here, coming back at you with another webinar that I hope you'll find instructive and that'll help you out. I want to thank you all for your feedback recently. And many of you have been requesting more videos about mindset and emotional stuff, more webinars for people who struggle or who keep getting one step forward, two steps back, that kind of thing. So here's one I learned a long time ago that I was reminded of recently that I think can help you. So this is all about making mind games, your headspace, work for you instead of working against you. And it all boils down to just one word that can make all the difference. And I'll explain that to you below, and also give you a couple of examples from my own past experiences in bodybuilding, etc. So hopefully you'll find this helpful. If you do, by all means, please hit subscribe and like and share and all that stuff. So here we go. First of all, anyone who has ever attempted real change is going to stumble and fall. That is inevitable if your efforts are true and sincere. There's no such thing as a linear path to achievement when you're trying to change a lifestyle or change how you operate. There's always going to be periods and situations where you stumble and fall. But how long you stay down, that depends on your self-talk and your mental approach. I'm going to show you how to add one word to how you think to change stinking thinking from something destructive to something constructive with just one word. And it's how you add this word can make all the difference from getting past being stuck and falling down and the whole one step forward, two steps back scenario. So imagine these sentences that you say to yourself after a period of self-sabotage. You say things like, I haven't been able to do it. I haven't been able to figure it out. I haven't been able to stick to the diet. I haven't been able to stop sabotaging myself on weekends. I haven't been able to be consistent with my workouts. These are common ones that I hear and have heard. These are common elements of what people end up saying in their own minds every time they stumble and fall. First of all, like I said, accept that stumbling and falling, if your efforts are sincere, this is going to happen, and you have to learn something from these events rather than just judging yourself negatively from these events. Now, we're going to change these destructive lines to constructive lines by adding one word. And that word, we'll put it up on the screen, big, bold, that word is yet. By adding the word yet to the end of your self-talk sentences, you go from destructive to constructive. What do I mean? Well, let's use the examples I just said before and how adding the word yet can help you with your motivation. So, I haven't been able to do it changes to I haven't been able to do it yet. I haven't been able to figure it out changes to I haven't been able to figure it out yet. I haven't been able to stick to the diet changes to I haven't been able to stick to the diet yet. I haven't been able to stop sabotaging myself on weekends. That changes to I haven't been able to stop sabotaging myself on weekends yet. I haven't been able to be consistent with my workouts. That changes to I haven't been able to be consistent with my workouts yet. Now, why adding this word can make all the difference, since mindset matters. And this is what I'm getting at, that one word. Because instead of self-talk that is self-defeating and that reinforces stumble, fall, one step forward, two step back, phrasing your self-talk with the word yet at the end offers your mind hope, and it also sets your mind on working on solutions instead of constantly drawing conclusions of failure and of stumbling and falling. So you add the word yet, and you already create something different in your own mind. And this is huge. It's all about quality of mindset determines quality of behavior. That's been one of my ableisms for as long as I've been coaching people. And recently I was reminded of this, so I'm going to give you two examples from my past, and we'll post some pictures up here as well. as I explain these. So way back, 1983, my very first contest, I decided to do a contest, a little local bodybuilding contest in the city. And every year back then, the bodybuilding world was so tiny and everyone yap. So the local scene was tiny, but I was young and impressionable. And I decided to do this first bodybuilding contest and ask for help and all the rest. And the gym gossip by the people who were that everyone listened to, the people that talked the loudest and talked the most. Someone said about me, "Oh, you don't have to worry about Abel. He'll never have abs." And I was young and impressionable, so in my mind I thought, "Oh my God, that's true. I haven't ever had abs." But I don't know how I made this connection. I don't know if I read it somewhere back then. It was 1983. But what happened was I instructed my training partner that we were going to focus on abs at the end of every workout, and that he was to say to me, I haven't ever had abs yet. And that was the story that kept running through. That was the tape that I kept running through my mind. I haven't ever had abs yet. Instead of saying I'll never have abs, or he's right, I don't have abs, I started playing this tape in my mind. I haven't ever had abs yet. And every time we trained abs at the end of the workout, when it was my set, my training partner would say, "You've never had abs yet. You've never had abs yet." And we did that for 12, 14, 16 weeks, whatever it was. And the result of that, instead of listening to someone say I couldn't do it because I've never had abs, switching that in my mind to say I've never had abs yet, the result of that, let's put these pictures up on the screen for you. Not only did I win the contest, but I won best abs as well. And you can see that in these ab poses, the vacuum pose and the abs leg shot from 1983 when I was still natural, etc., etc. So look at that, abs. I went from everyone agreeing that I've never had abs, so I was no one to worry about, to me saying I haven't had abs yet, which created hope, possibility, a different mind frame. Instead of just accepting defeat and failure, boom, I went in, I won the contest, I won best abs. As a matter of fact, when I hit the vacuum pose that you see here, you could hear people gasping in the audience. It was that dramatic. Now later, when I had a lot more experience and I was a big name in bodybuilding, I remember I used the exact same mental approach. I hadn't been able to squat 500 pounds for 5 sets of 5. And I remember that was my goal. So what we did was I told my training partner when it was leg day and we were starting with squats to keep reminding me I haven't squatted 500 pounds for 5 sets of 5 yet. And then lo and behold, we used that mind frame. It created hope, created possibility, created difference. Rather than accepting failure and accepting sabotage, it created hope and possibility. And within a few months, bam, squatting 5 sets of 5 with 500 pounds. And then you can see the leg development in these pictures as well. So here's the thing for you people out there who struggle. You fall down and you seem to stay down longer than is necessary. That is almost always due to the wrong kind of self-talk in your head, what I've labeled in the past as stinking thinking. So you can use one little word. The mind likes to attach to very simple ideas in simple notes. You attach one little word, you phrase something, so you can add the word yet to the end, and then you have a mind game that's working for you rather than against you. And then when you stumble and fall, you learn something, but you don't create a failure mindset, a quitter mindset. You create a possibility and hope. So I haven't been able to stick to my diet long enough yet, rather than accepting defeat. So you go from a defeatist attitude to a possibility mindset, and therein lies the rub. And that's how you play the mind games for yourself, and how one word can change everything for the better. So remember, procrastination, things like this, when you fall down and slip and you tend to stay down longer than necessary, that kind of procrastination can teach you something. You just can't stay there is all. So here's that one word. Can you imagine? One word that changes the gamut and changes everything from destructive to constructive and creates hope and possibility. So I hope that makes sense to you. If you like this tip, please like and subscribe, and by all means leave a comment. I'd love to hear what you have to say. But I've been using that little mental trick of adding that one word yet since the early 1980s, before I even knew what psychology of achievement even was, and how I used those mind games all through my life to get to where I wanted to be. So if you're a person who struggles with weight loss, struggles with physique transformation, try to reframe your statements in your head and your thoughts so you can add the word yet to the end and create more possibility and constructive thinking for yourself. Hope that helps. I'm looking forward to your comments, and I will see you all in the next video.